When you guys made 77 threes in that last series, did you ever think that this team would become that kind of team that would be shooting threes that often, making that many?
I mean, in my dreams, yeah. I don't know about anybody else. I mean, we're flowing the way we've been, the way we've flowed the last two series, shooting the ball, moving the ball. I mean, it's so much easier to play, and I think the pressure releases from a lot of guys, from Kai, from Kev, from Bron. Everybody's just knocking down, so you just gotta keep moving the ball and hope the shots continue to fall.
We asked Kyrie about the guard matchup between him and Lowry in the series. And how do you see just the backcourt better on you and Kyrie versus DeRozan and Lowry?
Well, their backcourt pretty much determines the success they have. I mean, fortunately for ours, I mean, obviously Kyrie plays well, but it really doesn't matter what I do on the offensive end opposed to DeRozan or Lowry. So, I mean, I think they would have an advantage of points-wise, but defensively, I think we would be better. But for the most part, I mean, we could throw Bron in our back, throw Bron in, quote-unquote backcourt and throw me at the three and see how we match up then, I guess.
J.R., when you guys had the coaching change this year, what changed offensively for the team, and kind of how has the team evolved since then?
I mean, offensively, I think it's more. We feature Kev a lot more. We try and force feed him a lot more, which at the end of the day, we need him to score. We need him to be aggressive. So once he starts off, I mean, I look at it like this: if Kev shoots his first shot, regardless of if it goes in or if it doesn't, he's in attack for the rest of the game. So whether it's a good shot or a bad shot, I always tell Kev, shoot your shot and override the garbage.
J.R., are you going into this series expecting the assignment defensively against DeRozan?
Yeah, I mean, whether it was DeRozan, D-Wade, or whoever else, I mean, whoever's a hot guy, look at my job to, try and cool him down, slow him down, and whatever needs to be done for us to get the win. So whether it's DeRozan or got to switch to Kyle, doesn't really matter.
You mentioned the previous series against Atlanta, just how important it was staying locked on Kyle no matter where he was on the court. What's the key when you play against a guy like DeMar who seems to be much different than Kyle?
Well, DeMar likes to put the ball on the floor. He likes to attack the rim. Tries to get to the free throw line as much as he can with a shot fake. He's not so much of an outside threat. He loves the mid-range game. So more than anything, staying down, not fouling him, bailing him out, and just shooting tough twos.
J.R., you guys obviously dealt with long layoffs before. What does this team do so well to avoid that rust when you do come back to game time?
I think more than anything, we work. We push one another every day in practice, even though we don't know who we're playing for 10 days. So, I mean, we run, we live together, we do hot tub, cold tub together. We're very united at this point in time, which you really need. And everybody pushes one another. Kai pushes Bron pushes Kev pushes me, I push Double T, and so on and so forth. So when it's like that, it's so much more confidence goes into your game.
I know you'll be seeing a lot of DeMar, but what has made Kyle Lowry so effective against this team in the regular season anyway?
I mean, he's a hell of a pick and roll player. He wasn't a star point guard, all-star, nothing. What he's done throughout his career, not even just his last 2 years, has been very consistent. He's gotten better every year. He's always been a great pick and roll player since we were in high school. And I mean, the way he's been shooting the ball, as of late, hasn't been that well. But I mean, his jumper has improved tremendous over the last couple of years. So I mean, you got to take your hat off to the guy. Hard work, kid in Philly gets it done.
J.R., do you think you've been a underrated defender? Are you a better defender than you were 3-4 seasons ago, and why is that?
Honestly, I look at it as having opportunities to defend people and having a team that we have. Honestly, I mean, when I was in Denver or New York, I was never that guy to have to try and guard the Kobe's, Tracy Grady's, DeRozan's, or whatever. So it was more of a scoring opportunity for me. In this situation, I had those opportunities and looked at it as a challenge. And unfortunately, majority of the time we have a better team, but for the most part, just taking on the challenge.
How did it evolve that you became that guy to defend the toughest player on the other team?
Oh, I mean, it really evolved when I came here last year. I looked at it as, I really, it wasn't easy, trust me. It wasn't easy coming in here thinking, all right, I'm not going to shoot the ball because we got these 3 guys or 4 guys. So I looked at it as, I really have to mature and grow up and be that. If it's really all about winning, play defense. Regardless of, like I said before, it's point guard, small shooters, drivers, whatever the case may be, I got to be that guy. And I mean, it was, like I said, it wasn't easy. Sometimes it's hard running up and down the court for 5 minutes without touching the ball, but knowing that your impact is on the defensive end, and our team keeps running, and we end up pushing the league from 5 to 8 to 15 to 17, and that's big for us, and that's huge for my confidence on the defensive end, because then I can hold everybody else accountable on what they're not doing.
JR, who stays in your ear the most throughout the course of the game about staying locked in defensively?
Tulu, more than anybody. I mean, he'll tell me in a heartbeat, your shots are coming, and a lot of times it's, like I said, I've been being a scorer my whole life. It's hard because, you're really playing without the ball and playing on the other side, so. But he's been consistently in my ear every time out, every time down the floor. Don't lose him, stay with him. Just keep flowing, let the game come to you. And unfortunately, it's been like that since he's got the job.
JR, when you're out in public and the playoffs are going and you guys are getting further and further, what do people say to you?
Say to me?
Yeah,
it might be different from what they say to me to somebody else. But for the most part, I mean, especially out here, they just want a championship. They want to win, and that's all they keep saying. Just stay locked in. I went to a comedy show the other day. One of my friends was doing stand up, and after the show, everybody came up to me like, "Hey man, don't worry about it. Just stay locked in. Everything come full circle. It's been X amount of years. Don't worry about it. Just play." And I mean, you would think it's so much pressure on us for being a team who hasn't won in X amount of years, or franchise or city, but everybody's, I mean, they're happy with what's going on. They of course they won a championship, but it's never like you guys have to get it done. It's always we're rooting for you guys. Keep going, keep pushing. I mean, I admire that because a lot of people, when I was in New York, there's a lot of desperation. You guys gotta do it. You gotta do it. And for a city who hasn't won in so long or haven't had successful teams, I mean, everybody's very optimistic and everybody's real, cool down to earth.
So what does that tell you about the folks around here?
I mean, more than anything, they love the team, but they understand that everything is a process. I mean, you gotta respect that. People who understand and respect what your process is, what your goals are, they understand it's not gonna be done overnight, but they understand that there's a plan in place to be able to get it done.
When were you able to set aside personal numbers for the betterment of winning? Was winning always number one for you, or when did you develop that?
I mean, winning was ever since I was in high school. I mean, I played for one of the most ruthless high school coaches ever, and everything was always about winning, whether I scored 0 or 30 or whatever the case may be. When I got to the NBA, it was always about winning, but it was, you have certain people in the locker rooms who's like, man, get your numbers, get paid, and da-da-da. And I mean, since I've been, probably the last 5 years, it's been more about winning than anything.
All right, guys, that'll do it.